1, 2, 3, 4. There we were, now here we are. All this confusion, nothing's the same to me. There we were, now here we are. All this confusion, nothing's the same to me. I can't tell you the way I feel, because the way I feel is oh so new to me. I can't tell you the way I feel, because the way I feel is oh so new to me. Did it, man. Okay. Why, hello. Welcome to the first professional Broasis.
What's up? We should do it like NPR. What is this?
NPR? We do have this nice mic, so I could, like, get right up in here.
Yes, we're here to talk today about Broasis. I mean Oasis.
Sausages. This is Broasis episode 1 Redux. Is what I was calling it.
Redux.
Redux. Is that French? I don't know.
It's yeah, we're redoing this episode because the first one sounded really crappy.
I don't know if you remember listening to the first one, the recorded Skype call that is the first one. And we didn't even do it right. I figured out recently how to actually do a Skype conversation.
And record it?
Yeah, what should have been happening is I should have been recording my audio on my end, and you should have been recording your audio
and then we
on
put them
your end,
together.
and we put them together, but we didn't.
Yeah.
We don't think, man.
I was really sick, too, when we recorded that.
Yeah, and I also...
I did not feel good.
It was like 3 a.m. or something.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And my walls are super thin, and at the time of that recording, my parents were right next to me, like, you know, the next room. So I remember, like talking directly into a microphone. And you were like
whispering?
Are you watching TV right now? Because you could hear it on the recording.
We've
and I
come
was
a long
like,
way.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, turn that off. And I'm like, I can't. My parents are sleeping.
I don't want to wake up my
I
dad.
don't want to wake up my daddy. So I guess let's get into all those questions and conversations that we had from that first one, which is all scrubbed off the internet. You can't find it.
Good. It's as it should be. It's an abomination.
I think one of the first things I asked was, Andy, why Oasis?
That is actually the very first thing you asked.
Why are we doing this right now?
And I still don't have like a great answer. I should have thought about it more. I actually thought, like, what if you asked me why Oasis again?
Oh, it happened, dude. It immediately happened.
You know, I don't really know. I guess like with Oasis, like their first album, definitely maybe. It's just a good like descriptor of what it's like to be in your early 20s. Like it really captures the feeling of being like, you know.
Yeah, it's great. This record is great.
Young, dumb, and full of cum.
That's the name of my album, actually.
Is it really?
Yeah, I just wrote an album. It's called Young, Dumb, Full of Cum. It's really good. It's jazz fusion. Not what you expected, right?
Mostly sax. That's what I heard.
I have sax all over that record. Hence the name. But, you know, I just love... I love music that sounds like...
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Joey, why Oasis?
I was getting into it, dude. I was being my own interviewee, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's because I just love the sound of my own voice. I love music from the 60s. I love the sound of music from the 60s, and Oasis were huge in the 60s.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know this, but there was like a chart battle that went on between Oasis and the Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
And,
I love that. My favorite Oasis song is probably When I'm 64.
oh, really?
I love it.
My favorite Oasis song is probably I Am the Walrus.
Okay, so part of that was real, though. I do love songs that sound like they're from the 60s, and the 90s had all of the cool 60s revivalist tunes.
Yeah, it kind of came back in the 90s.
It did. It came back. And a big reason why I'm super into Oasis is because I lived with your ass. I lived with your ass.
Just my ass.
Yeah. And because we lived together for what, like 2 years, year and a half, something like that. Saw you every single day of my life.
Yeah.
And that was what you were
Correct.
really jamming. And at first I think I made fun of you for it.
You did. You really did. Because like one day I rolled up, before we were living together, I rolled up to get you, and I was playing like their like last album.
Yeah.
You're like, what are you listening to? I was like, Oasis. So you just like,
But I came to really love it. I think Liam Gallagher is the best vocalist in rock and roll history. That's taste is subjective. I'm not saying that he's the best, but in my opinion.
Sure, yeah. His voice is really like, he's got a lot of power behind his voice.
And that's what got me in, was the voice. I know a lot of you guys are probably like, oh, Oasis, I've heard of them. Wonderwall, Champagne Supernova.
Yeah, just get the fuck out. Just, if you like that song, get the fuck out of here.
I love both those songs, man.
Get the fuck out of here.
Okay, I'm out. This is just a one hosted podcast from now on.
Just me talking to myself about Oasis. You know what I really like about Liam Gallagher? Yes, I do.
End of podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I really like? I do know. I know everything you like.
Maybe it's just me, but for me.
So yeah, I just fell in love with all the deep cuts and stuff.
They do have some really good deep cuts.
I know. We do, my band does a B-side, an Oasis B-side.
Yeah, just
live.
drop it. Just drop it.
Drop it?
Self-promotion.
Yeah, you can hit us up on... No, man, I can't do any sort of promotion for a little bit. We're having some weird stuff going on right now.
Do you want to talk about this on mic?
I mean, why not? I mean, haven't seen you in a while.
Okay.
Just shoot the breeze for a second. Some dude messaged me.
Some dude? Is that his name?
Some dude from Virginia messaged me claiming ownership of our band name.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, so we're in the process of buying the copyright right now.
What?
Yeah.
How much? What? No, I don't want to ask how much, because then you're going to have to like talk about your finances on the
$350.
Damn.
That's how much it takes to copyright something.
So wait, but this guy's like, my band is called that, but if you give me this much money, you can call your band that?
No, this guy's like, listen, I've got this name on SoundCloud. I've got this name on Twitter.
Oh, so he doesn't actually have the copyright.
He does. He says that he owns it. He literally said that. He was like, I own this name. So we looked it up, because there's a website you can go to just see if a word is copyrighted or a patent is claimed. He doesn't own shit. So
he's a fucking big fat liar.
Yeah, so we're gonna buy it and then be like, hey, listen.
Go fuck yourself,
we're
bro.
gonna be like, listen, dude, you need to give us all those URLs.
Hand them over.
Yeah. And that never happened to Oasis. There was never another Oasis that... See, because they picked a
that
classic name that no one could
been.
really, touch, I guess, up to that point. But it was the 90s.
I do think it's a really cool name for a band too.
It is good,
because it's like, it's got like different like meanings too.
So let's get into some band history, since we're talking about the name of Oasis.
Okay, yeah.
So you guys, who know nothing about this band except for Champagne Supernova,
Well, by the end of this, you're gonna know like everything.
Too much.
Yeah.
To be honest. So there was two brothers from Liverpool.
Yep. The two lads from Liverpool.
Two lads from Liverpool. They were actually from Manchester. One brother was really into music, and the other one was a little bit of a rapscallion, if you will.
And also, he was a b-boy.
Yeah,
He's a break dancer.
He did break dance. So the one that was really into music goes on to become a roadie for this band called Inspiral Carpets. Is that the name of them?
Yeah.
I haven't really delved too deep into that.
I think they're okay. I mean,
Yeah,
I've
I think
listened
they're
to a
like
few.
they're psych band, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, and as he was off being a roadie because he loved music, his little brother, if you want to believe his story, got hit in the head with a hammer. And immediately music clicked.
Well, we got to go back a little bit before that, because when he was a kid, he was lying on his bed,
Yeah.
and then he felt himself leave his body. John Lennon went into his body.
I think that was later. I don't think it was until he was in his 20s.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I think the dumbass story goes that Liam Gallagher was at Dakota visiting Yoko Ono. She was like making tea. And that's when the spirit of John Lennon crept into his body. Pretty fucking dumb.
It's pretty dumb. Like, John Lennon's ghost is just hanging around. He's like,
that's the one.
that's him. Like, he's just waiting for the guy. Like, I'm going to slip into his body.
Yeah. But he got hit in the head with a hammer, music clicked, and he started a band with two of his friends, Bonehead.
Old Bonehead over here.
They called him Bonehead because before Noel went and started being a roadie for that other band, he used to bone him in the head a lot.
Yeah, and that's another little known fact about Bonehead is, like, he likes getting boned in the head, too.
He's constantly
he's into it.
being boned in the head. So he starts this band called The Rain. And old big brother Noel hears about it, talking to his mommy on the phone. Oh, your little
He's like,
brother.
oh, mommy, what's Liam doing, mommy?
Mommy, I love you so much, mommy. I'm going to send you $5 from the road. And his mom goes, oh, your brother's in a band.
And he says, what?
Huh? Excuse me? That's what he says.
Yeah.
And he runs home and he joins that band.
And he goes, hey, fuck Rain.
Yeah.
Now we're
Stupid
Oasis.
Name. It's so wrong. So Liam like talks him into joining the band, and then Noel says the Rain sucks. And then I think Liam comes up with Oasis, right?
Yeah, because he had a gig poster for a band he liked that said, like, at the Oasis Theater.
Yeah, the Oasis Club. There's a famous picture of Oasis there now, too.
Is there?
Yeah. I'll pull it up and show it to you. There it is.
Oh, I'm looking at it right now. A good visual gag for a podcast.
So they start Oasis, which is one of the best bands to come out of the 90s.
And I think the story goes that, well, I guess it is like speculation that Noel had the entire first album like just written, and he was like kind of sitting on those songs.
First 3 albums or something.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. And today we are going to be talking about that first record that he wrote called Definitely Maybe. It's a great record. It's one of my favorites of all time.
Yeah, it's definitely in my top 5 albums.
So much so that in 2 hours, we're getting some lyrics from this album tattooed on our bodies.
Yep.
And we're going to be holding hands while we do it.
Clasping hands, clasping dicks.
So this first song is called... We want to just get into it now? Or
yeah.
We have more history? Probably should have took notes or something, right?
I think that's like just like a rough intro.
Yeah, just a rundown.
Also, Giggsy's in the band.
Okay, and their first drummer's name is Tony.
Tony McCarroll.
The
guy with the fro.
Not
from
Whitey.
Supersonic.
Great hair, dude. Great hair.
Okay, the first song's Rock and Roll Star.
Rock and Roll Star. So here is a little taste. That's enough for that.
Yeah. That's a great song.
I'm sure that sounded terrible. As I was doing it, just my phone was playing it, I was thinking, oh, I'm sure it'll be much better than the old one, but I don't think so, man.
Well,
we'll see it when it cuts back.
The idea, I think, is to get the listener to go and listen to it.
Yeah, please don't just listen to the snippets from this recording. actually look up the record. Get it on YouTube, set it up, have it on the side there. Second tab, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the first song's called Rock and Roll Star, and it's great!
It's pretty much, the song comes on, you're like, I know what's going to happen on this album.
Tonight, I'm a rock and roll star, man.
Yeah.
I think that's a universal lyric. They're full of universal lyrics for like the first two albums, and then it usually sucks.
Then the lyrics kind of drop off.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this voice, right? This guy, he's got a voice, right? And when Oasis came out, the critics were calling him the Sex Beatles.
Yeah.
Because he sounds like John Lennon, he sounds like Johnny Rotten from the Sex Pistols.
All mixed together in a big old pot.
And that pot's Liam.
And Liam was really into pot. I think that was probably what really got him into music, not being hit in the head with a hammer.
Grass, yeah.
Yeah. He talked about it,
dope. He calls it dope.
He talked about it in some sort of interview where he was like, I didn't really understand music until I got a big bag of grass and some headphones. And then...
Which, let's be honest here, back in the late 80s, bag of grass, that'll run you
$10.
$80.
Nah, dude.
Headphones,
$10.
Headphones at least $250 a
dude,
pop.
like 19
for each
cents.
headphone, $250 each, so $500.
We're talking
19 cents.
We're talking about the 1980s, dude. This is
back
1988. 1988. This is back when you could get a milkshake for a nickel. You could fill your car up for a quarter.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But he wasn't filling up his car getting a milkshake. He was buying expensive electronics like headphones, and they were easily $250 a piece.
All right, okay. I'll go with you here, but I'm just saying 1988. This is color TV had just come out.
Yeah. I think Kennedy had just been shot.
Just assassinated.
Like the day before he got a bag of grass.
That's why they killed him, dude. He picked up a bag of grass. They were like, no, not the president. This is 1988. This is before you could do that. Okay, let's get to the next song. Okay, so this song, Shaker Maker's like a toy, right? That's where he got the name of that.
It's like a baby rattle.
Something like that. We didn't talk about this off camera at all. The thing that I know about Shaker Maker that really sticks this out is that there was like a copyright dispute with Coca-Cola.
Oh, yeah, I knew this too, yeah.
Yeah. Originally, the last verse of that song was the same words. This keeps coming up in Oasis history, by the way. I think as a musician, you just kind of emulate your idols. You can't really help it.
And Noel, really loves Coca-Cola.
He loves Coca-Cola.
He's like, I want to emulate that.
That's not what I meant, man. What I'm saying is that they do it a lot. There's Beatle tunes, Beatle references that people say that they may have ripped off or whatever. Those people just can't take a joke, man. He's just kidding.
He's just joking around?
It's not that he's just
kidding.
A goof. It's not that, actually, but it's that kind of attitude.
It's just kind of like he's taking the piss.
Taking the piss, exactly. Yeah. And this song was all about taking the piss.
It's not like when Smash Mouth was like, I like to buy the world a toke.
Yeah. President Kennedy was all about that. That's one of the reasons he had to go.
Dude, President Kennedy was so high.
He was a massive Smash Mouth fan, too. And the Secret Service... They just weren't into that. They said...
he's got to go.
They said, he's got to go. We heard that Smash Mouth is going to do a song for Shrek, and the president can't like Shrek. The president will be a fucking joke.
Yeah. And they were like, what is this movie? Is this like a green swamp monster? Not into it.
Yeah. Donkey, that's a big boulder. That's a nice boulder,
Eddie Murphy.
Don't even get me started. No, the ending of the song was the same lyrics to this old Coca-Cola commercial. If I could, I'd buy the world a Coke and live in harmony. All that business. Obviously, they would do that live, but when it came to recording, they couldn't. So Noel came up with the last verse in the car to the studio.
What? Do you know the last verse? Is it about Mr. Sifters?
Yeah.
The record shop? Yeah.
Mr. Sifter.
Oh, man, I know a lot more about the song than I thought I did.
That's kind of the moral of the story, man. I feel like with all of these songs. We sat here in the break while we were queuing up clips to sit here and be like, what do we know about this song? And then it just came flooding in.
Yes. Open the gates.
Yeah. I was like, oh yeah, I know everything about this.
So yeah,
song.
there's a reference to Mr. Sifters. He says Mr. Sifters sold me songs when I was 17. That's the record shop he used to go to.
Yeah.
There's some pretty cool like Lennon-esque lyrics in this.
I'm sorry, but I just don't know. So good.
Yeah.
That's the problem with this album is if you listen to our third episode, which is probably our most entertaining, we lose our mind because that record's so bad. It's the opposite with this. This record's so good.
It's really good. It's definitely their best album.
Yeah, it might be my favorite record of all time.
Yeah, it's up there.
Shaker Maker was also the second single off of this album. Chart-topping album.
Did it top the charts? Let's look at some information here. Is it number 1 at all, Shaker Maker?
Shaker Maker? I don't think so, man.
Probably like number 4 or something.
Do some anecdotes and I'll look it up.
Two guys walk into a bar.
Nah, I just can't find it.
Okay.
So, abort, brother.
Thank God, because I had nothing after that.
Let's get into the next Tunarindo. Tunarindo.
That's not a word.
What am I thinking of?
I said maybe I don't really want to know. And you got it rose. 'Cause I just want to fly. Lately, did you ever feel a pain in the morning rain? Have the soul shoot to the bone? Maybe I will never be all the things that I want to be.
Okay. That's good. Live Forever is one of the greatest songs ever written.
Just, plain and simple.
Yeah. This is the one, man. That's on our bodies. As this is being recorded.
Yeah, by the time this is out.
Yeah, we have had a bro 2 of
bro
Live
experience.
Forever.
Yeah.
This is the song that Noel wrote, and he said when he wrote this song, he knew that he was like a good songwriter.
Yeah.
It was just like, it was over. He said this song changed everything.
I have, I guess, a controversial opinion. I like the song, but I don't think it's like the best song on this album.
I think you're right, actually.
Because there's like a few dodgy lyrics in here.
I do think it's one of the best songs ever written, though. And I love the chorus.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Great. Yeah.
This is like the kind of the start of the. I'm just gonna repeat the verse, right?
Yeah, he does it twice.
The second record is all that.
Yeah, he writes like 12 lyrics for that whole record,
And it's okay. I've done it once. We have a song that's out in the world. I won't plug it because this isn't about me. This is about bros, just like them Gallagher brothers.
Appalachian Hustle on Facebook, Twitter. Find me on Periscope.
But it's like, I get it though. We have a song where I do the same thing, and it's kind of like a nod to Noel, essentially. But it's like when you write like a really good verse and a really good chorus,
It's like, you know what?
Sometimes
Fuck it.
Sometimes it's kind of hard to get that second verse.
Because you got a lot to like live up to with the
Yeah,
first one,
if you nail a first verse, it's like, well, this is only going to go down. So you just repeat it. And I like that about Oasis. There's actually a couple tunes off the third Oasis record where we almost killed ourselves.
Yeah, where it just gets to be too much.
That I wish he did that. I wish he went back to that crap. Or he just didn't do it as long. Because there's a couple songs where he does that, where it's just one verse.
Yeah, but there's
like
I
8
think,
minutes.
if I'm not mistaken, I think there's a couple songs, like maybe one song on there where he does like the verse 3 times. Like he reads it like 3 times.
Just like, give me a break.
You could even write. Come on, Noel. You couldn't even write one new lyric.
Yeah. It's just this song now, which was released on August 8th, 1994.
Damn, right off the top of your head, dude.
You got me wanting to know if this stuff charted, to be honest. And
I think this charted.
It had to have charted. Who charted?
I was just gonna make that joke.
So yeah, this is like the best. It's really good. God damn it! This whole album's gonna be like that.
We could talk about the music video.
Yeah,
where they buried the drummer.
That's a good one.
And there's that chair, like Liam
I
sitting
was
on the
just
chair
about to
on the
say
wall.
that. A chair like super glued to a wall. He
just sitting
sings
up
into
there.
a dandelion
I didn't remember that part.
instead of a microphone, so he's like singing into a dandelion.
Oh,
That's the
God.
one that you blow, right?
Are you meaning a sunflower or a dandelion?
It's like the one that's like you blow and you make a wish.
And it goes. Shh.
That's a dandelion.
Yeah,
Okay, I just
Yeah.
want to make sure. But what are those yellow things?
sunflowers.
Like the little yellow ones?
Oh,
Are
I
those
don't know,
dandelions too?
all I know is you can eat those yellow ones.
That's true, you can't eat them. But if those are also dandelions, Illuminati confirmed.
Cause the people here, they don't even care. How does it feel when you're inside me?
Okay.
Up in the skies, the next track.
Yeah, Up in the Sky. That was fun, man.
Up in this guy.
I don't like that you like made complete eye contact with me when you said that. Up in the Sky is I fucking hate this, dude. It's literally everything gonna start with me being like, it's great.
Yeah, well, this is like
Up
a
in the
circle
Sky
jerk.
is great. It's great. It has a fucking beautiful falsetto. We were just talking
Yeah.
about the falsettos. This is like the only record that you can hear Liam do falsettos on.
Mm-hmm. He does. I mean, he does them like on the records, but he doesn't do them live after like 97
No.
or something.
Honestly, on record, I'm trying to think of it. He might not do it again until like
I'm out of time.
I'm out of time, which is so late in the game. But it's really disappointing. We were talking about like why he doesn't do falsettos. I think I heard Noel say once that it was because he's like a lad and he thinks that it's like feminine or something. He stopped doing it. You
Which
said
is a
it's
silly
like,
reason. Because I mean, let's be honest here. I have a couple books on Oasis.
yeah.
And the one I read was from written by their old security guard, I think, and he was like talking about how Liam like they said his nasal cavities were worth like $10,000 or something during the 90s because like he had so much coke just coated in the back of his throat.
Yeah.
And they say that's why he like was having medical problems. He went to the doctor and the doctor was like, you gotta lay off the drugs and like drinking and staying up all night every night, you know.
Yeah. And because of that, he can do falsetto?
Yeah, like it fucked with his voice because he would just drink like really heavily and like sleep for 3 hours and do a bunch of cocaine, you know.
Yeah.
You're
It
rock
kind
star,
of like
you know?
is a cigarette too.
Yeah, he constantly smokes. Yeah.
But it's very, this song's so good when you listen to it on the record that it's really disappointing if you ever look this up live. Because he goes, instead of a falsetto, it's like, how does it feel when you're inside?
Yeah, he just yells him,
Inside me!
peeking out the fucking meter there.
Sorry.
Side.
It's something else, man, and not in a good way.
There's a have you ever seen the gig from Chicago in like '94?
Love it.
Yeah, that's like the best he's
Love
ever
it.
sounded.
And they
okay?
fuck up in that.
Yeah.
And it's still good.
Mhm.
Because, like, I don't know if you remember, but they play, like, Rock and Roll Star twice.
Do they?
Yeah.
I didn't notice that.
They play it once, and then they, like, did a goof in it or something, and they just start the whole thing over again.
Oh, I see. I
Which
thought
I
you
would-
meant they played it all the way through once perfectly, and then they forgot that they played it
No,
and played it again later in the set.
I would never do that, by the way. I saw another band that did that, like, live,
Yeah.
locally. We played on a bill with them. They played, like, half a song, and then fucked up, and then, like, was like, we're going to start that one again.
It's like, why don't you just keep
power
going?
through
Yeah.
it. Yeah, just power through it. Nobody knows you made a mistake unless you act like you made a mistake.
Yeah,
You know
but
what I
like
mean?
if you stop the song, that's something that like the Brian Jonestown Massacre is famous for.
Yeah.
Stopping in the middle and being like, no,
Yeah.
you fucked up.
I would never do that.
Yeah.
I have never and would never do that. So the next song's Columbia, which we don't have to play a clip from because you heard it at the beginning of
we're just going straight into it.
the podcast. Yeah, I don't see
Okay.
why not. If you want to hear Columbia, you can hear the Broasis crew do it superiorly at the top of the podcast.
Yeah, it's definitely better than Oasis version.
I think I trumped. That's not a word, you know? Like
What?
how
Trump
Trump
isn't a word?
No, like superiorly is what I said.
Oh, you
You know how Trump will just be like bigly.
bigly.
It's
It's gonna be huge.
gonna be huge. We're gonna win it bigly.
It's so like it's almost like hacky because I feel like every
I know.
comedian or every person right now
You
in America
can't
has
touch
a
it
Trump.
with like a 10-foot pole. And anybody who it's weird. I was just
Look, you know what? Let's just talk about it, man. I'm getting so sick of this of the media, this liberal
Are
fucking
you talking
media.
about the fake news right now, bro?
Yeah.
I am 100% with you. These fucking snowflakes listening to their fake news.
Going on Tumblr, fucking typing
Perpetuated
up a
by
Tumblr post.
CNN. It's a travesty. Okay,
Oh
people.
God, Joey's turning
Oh,
into Donald
God.
Trump.
I'm aware, Trump. Oh no! So many people. You wouldn't believe it. Oh no! Oh no! It's huge. Oh no! Pee pee on me, daddy. Pee pee on me, daddy. Oh no!
Is that what he's into? He's into
You didn't hear about that?
getting pee-peed on?
You didn't hear about the pee-pee?
No.
Are you serious? You
This is
didn't
a
hear
real
about the
thing?
pee-pee, bro? Yeah, it's like partly why the fake news thing is a thing. Is because
Did he say pee-pee?
he didn't say pee-pee. He never called anyone daddy. But the news story went.
It hurts.
The news story went that like Russia had some sort of secret cam footage of when he stayed in Russia and he had prostitutes pee on him on a bed that the Obamas slept in the year before because he hated the Obamas so much.
Well, that's
And like BuzzFeed and people put out this information without really like delving
checking
into
it,
it.
yeah.
And that's where the fake news meme has kind of evolved from.
oh.
That's when
I didn't know that it started because he was
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pee-pee Daddy.
pee-pee daddy. He's pee-pee daddy.
Oh, Donald Pee-pee Daddy.
Donald pee-pee daddy Trump.
So, Columbia. What a good song. I don't know if you could tell from our version, but those freaking harmonies in this song are amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the first time Noel sings on tape with Oasis.
No, because in Rock and Roll Star he does harmonies, but it's like
yeah.
the first time where he's like kind of featured like in a harmony
Yeah.
part, you know.
And later, man, you'll wish he never was.
Right? Yeah.
I like his stuff on the next record, but everything after that, for the most part, besides like High Horse and Importance Being Idle, I hate.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's true. I don't really like a lot of Noel Oasis songs.
Yeah, I mean, the three. I think he's got three really good ones. Importance Being Idle, High Horse, and
Don't You Dare Look Back in Anger.
Don't You Dare Look Back in Anger at the Sun.
Don't look back at my anger.
The Libertines do like a mashup version of they have a song called Don't Look Back at the Sun.
Oh,
They
yeah.
call it Don't Look Back in Anger at the Sun. It's like a little mashup they do. But Columbia's great. Columbia was
Isn't this the one that Liam wrote? That he wrote the chorus or something?
I'm not sure, man.
I think I heard somewhere that he like they had the song and Liam was like, "Oh, I got a chorus," and he like started singing that chorus.
I know that he did that on the one that I was just talking about. The,
So salad. Can
Don't
wait.
You Dare Look Back in Anger,
Yeah.
you dirty pig. He wrote that chorus.
If you fucking look back at my anger.
So Columbia wasn't a single, but was one of those early releases.
Yeah, I think this is one of the first ones they were doing live.
Yeah, and they would play it on the radio and stuff, but it technically wasn't a single.
Yeah.
So that's that.
I love Columbia. It's really simple, just
So
three chords.
good.
Yeah, but it's
and
so...
it just keeps going. Those three chords
Mhm.
just winding around.
And it kind of this is one of the songs on this album that kind of has that like sort of Manchester, like that dancey kind of like Stone Roses.
Yeah.
Like it's got like a dance beat under it, you know.
I just love that, like, and you know, I don't want to. Honestly, don't want to. It's hard. We're both musicians, so we like want to like compare ourselves to people that we like, and I definitely have stolen that. Where I'm like, I'm gonna write a song. I'm gonna use the same chords the whole time, and the melody is the only thing that's gonna differentiate the verse and the chorus.
Yeah, I think that's a a viable songwriting tool.
Yeah, I love this tune.
Look at fucking Tomorrow Never Knows. That's one chord.
One chord, C. That's it, man.
Yeah.
And some pretty lyrics and some seagull noises. That's really all you need.
That's actually not. This is for our Beatles podcast.
We're gonna do that, man. My second podcast, we can do the Beatles one.
We should do a second podcast
Yeah.
about just music.
Just music.
Every episode, we're like, look at this record
That's
we
the
like.
plan. That's the plan.
Yeah,
You know?
but then we can't. Anyway, we'll talk about this album.
To be myself, I can't be no one else. I'm feeling supersonic. Give me gin and tonic. You can have it all, but how much do you want it?
Okay. What a great tune, man. Supersonic.
Yeah, this is like if you could fucking bottle up that Gallagher, the essence of those Gallagher boys, put it to music. This is it.
I love the opening lyric.
line.
Yes.
Need to be myself, can't be no one else.
So good.
It's so good.
This song was written in like 10 minutes. The story goes...
Air quotes. 10
yeah,
minutes.
10 minutes. In Gallagher talk. But like the story goes that they were going to do this song Bring It On Down, which is on this record. They were going to put it out as the single, but they couldn't get the drums right because the first drummer, Tony, wasn't very good. And so they couldn't get the drums. They tried all night, and Noel just wrote a brand new song there in the studio, and that was this.
Yeah, with a nice easy drum part.
Yeah. Sick beat, bro.
Thanks.
The way he hits that beat. Yeah, Supersonic's great, man.
Tony McCarroll.
Well, yeah, Tony McCarroll's not so great, but Supersonic's great. We watched their first ever television performance. It was of Supersonic. Remember that?
Yeah, really good.
Yeah, the guy was all like, making the television debut. Oasis.
Making the television debut.
And like, Liam had that 90s video camera that he was like filming the audience with at the end.
Yeah. You could like tell Liam thought he was like the shit too.
Yeah, they were all like really hungry, man.
Yeah.
They were just having it.
Yeah.
Which
Good performance. I recommend it.
It's super good. Yeah, check that out. It's a good tune. I like it.
Yeah, I think it's another strong track on this record.
This is the first Beatle reference. If you ride with me, and I could ride with you in my BMW, or you could ride with me in my yellow submarine. That is a returning thing,
and it's like no one checked him on it. No one was like, "Hey, dude."
That's the thing. He got away with it once.
Yeah, and then he just kept going with it.
That third record, it's like every other song's a Beatle reference.
I'm surprised at one point he didn't just was like, yeah, here's my new album, and he just put out like Let It Be or something.
Fool on the head and I feel fine.
Yeah.
It's been, lots of Oasis songs have Beatle references, and this is definitely the opening of Pandora's box.
Yeah.
So next up we have Bring It On Down, baby. Are we recording?
Yeah.
Oh! Well, I guess we should shut the fuck up so this song can play. Are we still doing that?
I'm not sure how it's gonna work, honestly.
Okay, cut all of this shit, Jim. I know you can hear it. Bring It On Down, man. That was a great tune. It was supposed to be the first single, man. We told that story during the last
song, yeah.
Alan McGee heard it, and he was like, this is fucking great. It's a great song.
Excellent.
Bring it on down.
I think this is one of the earliest ones that they would play. It was at the Boardwalk. That was a place in Manchester. which we should make a pilgrimage to someday.
We should have like an Oasis like visiting the Holy Lands. We'll go to all the spots.
Yeah, we'll go hit up Liverpool. We'll go to fucking down over to Dover.
But seriously, we could go to we could go to the boardwalk. We could go to Nebworth. Just go there.
Yeah.
Oh, this is where it happened.
See like a soccer.
We can go to where was Bonehead assassinated at?
I think that was in Hungary. That's what kicked off World War One. Actually,
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was just minding his own business, getting boned in the head,
and then someone boned him
in the head, but with a high caliber bullet and not their penis.
A high caliber. Oh my god. Yeah, bring it on down. It's a good song.
It's really
pretty
good.
Punky.
I relate to this song because my head is like a ghost train. There's no conductor, baby. It's just.
Oh, is that what it's supposed to be?
I imagine.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, that actually makes sense to me. I never understood that line. I was like, that's just kind of like a weird, like,
I like
psychedelic
it,
imagery, I guess.
Head like a ghost train. I love myself some Liam Gallagher, man.
Yeah, especially on this record.
Yeah.
His voice is like made for this kind of stuff.
And I buy it. I believe it. I believe his head is like a ghost train.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because he probably was.
Yeah.
He was
He's
probably...
got a fucking tattoo. And he'll stab you.
Hey, speaking of tattoos.
Yeah, that was an accidental transition.
It was a good one, though.
So we were spoilers.
We're showing them to you and the microphone.
Inside,
I don't know why we're doing this.
Inside baseball.
It's time for an episode of Inside Baseball.
It's an episode of Inside Baseball right now. This podcast was recorded over 2 days. So, like, 20 minutes ago when you were hearing us say, oh, we're going to get matching Oasis tattoos. We fucking did, dude.
It happened.
I have one on my body right now. And I've never had a tattoo. And let me just tell you, listening audience, it fucking sucks. It really blows.
Yeah, it's not fun.
I mean, it's cool.
It's
I
fucking,
look
afterwards
fucking
you're
cool.
like, yeah, I'm a badass.
Yeah.
But then during it kind of hurts.
We got it on opposite arms, so we could just like flex together, and like our elbows will touch, and you can see our fucking live forever tats.
We're doing it.
Look at that. You can't. Actually, you can't. I'll just post that picture.
Just make that the thumbnail for the video instead of this.
Anyways, bring it on down. Pretty good tune.
I was looking for some action, but all I found was cigarettes and alcohol. You can wait for a lifetime to spend your days in the sunshine. You might as well do the white lie, 'cause when it
It's great, man. I hate it. I hate that everyone starts the same,
We
man.
don't know what to do.
It's so good. It's really good. Hey guys, could you imagine how good this is?
This is a great song.
Yeah, I have an anecdote about this one. It's like classic Liam Gallagher and Oasis. Well, it's a classic Oasis to have the word shine in a bunch of songs.
Mm-hmm.
And Liam does it a particular way. It's just shine. It's a bad version of it, but it's like that nasal whine.
Mm-hmm.
And I love it. And they were playing Cigarettes and Alcohol during one of their first radio performances. He did it for the first time. And I guess he was kind of embarrassed when they were listening to it back. He did it for the first time. He's like, shine. And he like put his head down. And they got
That's funny to imagine Liam being like,
oh yeah.
what would I do?
They got a call from their manager. What was his name?
Alan McGee.
Alan McGee. I can't believe I blanked on that.
He just did an impression.
Alan McGee called him and said, "Where did they get that shine that?"
And then I think they interpreted that to mean like, keep doing that shine.
And he was like, "Tell them to fucking keep it great. Tell them to keep it great." That's exactly what happened.
I think the shine is like a nod to the old Johnny Rotten.
Yeah, man.
And
I
it's
love
like
it.
it's I don't know, kind of like taking the piss out of the song, basically. Just being
Yeah.
like, I don't give a shit about anything, not even this song. You know what I mean? Like,
I just think it sounds cool, man.
It does sound
he was
cool,
like,
yeah.
He figured a thing out. It's like, oh, that sounds cool. I'm going to put that in all of the songs.
Well, then Noel's writing the song, so he's like, I'm going to put Shine in here so he can do that thing.
He does that thing. I wonder if there's like a supercut out there on YouTube. Of, like,
there probably is.
Of every Oasis Shine.
Drop that in. Right here.
I'm sure we'll look that up after the recording. Hear all them shines, boy. Liam Gallagher actually formed that band Shinedown. And he only stayed for one meeting. He was like, "This fucking sucks."
There's a burn on Shinedown.
And they were like, "Is it cool if we keep the name?" And he's like, "Yeah, I guess."
I don't care.
Cigarettes and Alcohol is basically that T-Rex song.
Yeah, it's a rip-off of that T-Rex song, for sure.
Bang a gong. Bang that gong, boy. On to the next one. That was a fun song about lasagna and hanging out with girls.
Yeah, but mostly lasagna.
Mostly lasagna. Okay, so Diggsy is like their friend. They're like pub friend.
Yeah.
And he's just like a wild lad, right? From Spain. And he was jamming one time with Noel. I think Noel was on the drums. And he was just kind of banging on a guitar, and they wrote a song that was like, lasagna, lasagna.
Oh, really? So then he was like, I'm going to write the song
Noel's
about
like,
you.
I'm going to write you a song, and it's going to have lasagna in it. This is a song. In the same interview I saw, they interviewed Diggs, and he's like, it's a shit song, or something like that, you know? But
it's a good song. It's
I
fun.
like this song.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
Mm-hmm.
I used to do a little acoustic-y version because it's like such a cheery, happy tune.
Bum, 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 bum,
What
ba-dum,
life it'll
bum,
be.
bum, bum. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Bitches love that.
for sure, yeah.
Instead of bastards. That's the male equivalent, right?
Bastards and bitches.
Bastards and bitches. That's a fucking band.
Made up of half men and half women.
We're the bastard bitches.
We're the bitch bastards.
We're bast bitchy. Just deteriorates into nonsense. So that's a fun song. It's kind of a filler song. It's probably the most forgettable one on the record.
I like it because it's like there's all
But I
these
still
like
like it.
serious rock and roll songs on this album, and then they're not taking themselves seriously.
Oh,
They're like,
no.
we'll have a song about lasagna on
They're
here.
taking the piss, man.
Yeah.
I love that line where he's like, treat you like a queen, give you strawberries and cream, because that's what queens do.
Well, see, if you're American, strawberries doesn't fit the meter, but if you're English, it's strawberries.
Strawberries.
So it's like one word. You can like cram it together to be one syllable.
It's
Two
silly
syllables.
though, because I can now in my head I just see like royalty, like princes and kings and queens, and all they do is sit around eating strawberries and cream.
Yeah, and lasagna.
What's that have to do with being treated like a queen? It's kind of a low bar to have. You know, it's like, oh, I'm gonna treat you like a queen. I'm gonna give you strawberries.
It's like, yeah, you went to the store and bought a thing. Yeah, okay. I guess I'm a queen now. Hey, we can become royalty. You just gotta go to the store later and get
Oh
some.
shit, that's gonna happen, man. I'm feeling strawberries anyways.
Yeah, we can just like eat strawberries and whipped cream with
We
our
should
matching
go
tattoos.
Yeah,
in
we
your
go.
bedroom.
We don't even have to do anything. Like we could go to Ruby's, like Pizza Grill, and just buy strawberries and cream.
Oh
Like, sell it.
yeah, I haven't been to that place in a while.
All right, it's a date.
Okay, let's clasp hands audibly. There we go. On to the next one.
Please. Somebody bring a better name. So that was Slide Away.
Slide sideways.
Slide Sideways. This is like God, they all start the same, dude. They all start the same.
Being like, this is the
It's
greatest.
so good. This is the greatest. It is. This is like the greatest tune. This is Paul McCartney's favorite Oasis song.
Really?
Yeah, he's a big fan.
Yeah, he's in Oasis too.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
It's like Liam, Bonehead, John, Paul, George, Ringo, and Noel.
Yeah.
Giggsy, and Tony. I did it.
And Alan White. And
that's not yet. That's not yet. That's next episode.
Oasis is kind of like they're like the Wu-Tang Clan of like rock bands. There's like
Sorta.
30 members.
There's a lot of Oasis affiliates too.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Paul McCartney's favorite Oasis song. It's also one of my favorite songs ever written. We listened to 2 different performances of it. The one from the album, but you can go on YouTube and find this version of just Noel Gallagher.
I think it's in Nolan Gam in Paris or something. Yeah.
And I tell you, I would usually hate something like that. But it's so good. I think it's better than the record.
Whoa.
Yeah. I just like he slowed it down like a half a step, and it just seems like so much more like heartfelt.
Yeah, it's more like a ballad.
Yeah. And it's got some great lyrics. And so when you slow it down like that, and it becomes kind of bigger. When it's just like...
Yeah, true. The chorus gets like way more like dramatic. You
Now
know?
that you're mine.
That's such a good... Man, he's a good songwriter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's really good with melodies. We had this talk last night, Blur versus Oasis.
Oh, man.
And I still was siding with my boys, man. I think Oasis has better melodies. I'm not saying that like their tunes are better or whatever.
Yeah.
Technically better.
Well, what I was saying was like Oasis had a really good like first couple albums, and they've had good albums, but like I think Blur consistently like you can listen to a Blur record and be like, there's like good songs on every record.
To be honest, I can't really speak on "Don't Believe the Truth," but you know, in my personal opinion, I think like how many records did they have? 8?
I guess so.
And I think 5 out of 8 are really good.
Hey, 5 out of 8.
5 out of 8.
5 out of 8
not
ain't
bad.
bad.
The first 2 are great. The Master Plan is great.
That is good, yeah.
Heathen Chemistry and
Their
the
last
one.
album was really good too.
Yeah, the last one's really good.
I like Don't Believe the Truth. There's some good stuff. Truth.
I haven't really heard it except you know, the singles. Hey, Lila. And jink chicka jink 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 chicka. No one knows what we're talking about. That you won't know till we get there, because none of those songs are familiar to anyone.
That's the name of that
us.
song. Chink chiggy chink.
The Importance of Being Idle.
That's the Empire March from Star Wars.
And that's how it goes, though, dude.
Chiggity chink chink.
Sold my soul for the second time. It's the same thing, dude.
What the hell did we just discover? He's like, he wrote. Oh my god, he wrote that song. That makes sense
Yeah.
for Star Wars.
He's the one. Noel wrote that song for Star Wars. For Star Wars.
Well,
Star Wars. Star Wars.
what does Alan McGee think of Star Wars?
It's fucking great. It's
I hope you say something about Jedis or something.
Jedi. It's so. It's so hard to do. It's actually getting.
I love the Wookiees.
That was Arnold Schwarzenegger, bro. If you were trying to nail an Arnold, it's that fucking. What is he, Irish? It's like a muddle mouth Irish.
Alan McGee?
Yeah.
No, he's Scottish.
Scottish, that's it. That's such a hard accent to do.
It's really hard because you just sound. You
Like,
just sound like
what
Austrian.
sucks is that like I felt like I had it down when we weren't recording, and then every time I've done it on this podcast, it's been god awful. So Slide Away's great. And now this is the last song, guys. We're about to wrap up. I know you're gonna miss us. We'll see you in a couple months after this last song.
To say you're sorry, goodbye, I'm going home. I don't care no more, so don't you worry. Goodbye, I'm going home. I hate the way that even though you know you're wrong, you say you're right. I hate the books you read and all your friends. Your music's shine, it keeps me up all night.
Married with
up all
Children.
night.
It's too late to marry your children.
Listener, it's not too late for you to say you're sorry.
It's not. Married with Children is fun. I mean, not fun. That's not how I describe it, but it's a good closer.
Yeah.
There's a little acoustic ditty.
I really like it, man.
Yeah, it got some little wee-wah guitar parts.
Mm-hmm. It reminds me of the ending of, like, what was that, Abbey Road? Where they have this big, like, ending song and, like, the
Your
end.
Majesty's
And then,
a pretty nice
then
guy.
your fucking Paul McCartney comes in.
Her Majesty's great. You know, Paul McCartney had a crush on the Queen of England.
What?
Yeah.
Was she young or
she was
old?
young when he was like a kid, and he's like, I saw an interview with him. He's like, I probably shouldn't say this, but you know, when we were kids, I was like, look at the bust on her.
I'd like to fuck that queen.
Oh, you know, I'd give her strawberries and cream.
That's what they like, I hear. Oh, that was a terrible accent.
Liverpool's like the only English accent I can do, really. Everything else sounds like a chimney sweep.
You just gotta kind of go up.
It's like, it's in your nose. It's all in your nose, man.
Yeah, and everything, you go up at the end.
Yeah, you gotta do up. You go,
Especially
one of
Paul.
those questions. That's true.
Oh, man. I love that Dana Carvey impression of Paul McCartney. It's so good. Like, he's like, constantly doing, like, finger guns.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you.
Any other, like, British accent, I just sound like, hello, governor.
Yeah, that's the easiest one
I'm
to
a
do.
little chimney sweep, I am. And I think I realize what that is, I think.
Dick Van Dyke.
I think that I've taken, like, my English accent cue from Dick Van Dyke from Mary Poppins, who was not English. He was an American doing a bad English accent.
It's like, just get an English guy.
I
Why
think
does that have to be Dick Van Dyke?
I think that's probably the first time I heard an English accent, though. Mary Poppins.
Oh, really?
Yeah, probably.
I have memories of being a kid and hearing that Chumbawamba song and being like,
Oh, get knocked
I
down.
was like, I love English music now.
Piss in the night
It was
away.
they were the precursor to Oasis for me. I'm pretty
We're
sure.
getting that tattoo, man. Remember?
Yeah, we did
We
Chumbawamba
talked about
tattoo,
it last
boy.
night. Just on the opposite arms of our Oasis tat. Just
So it's like,
Chumbawamba.
live forever, and then over here it's also like, hey, also Chumbawamba.
Chumbawamba, baby. Okay, it's actually looking better. That thing that I said was on the V is like gone. So it must have just been like a little.
Talking about your tattoo?
Talking about my tattoo.
Yeah.
Post a picture of us with our arms up
Right here.
like that.
I don't know why like, we
We
did
keep
it.
doing it. We're like, remember the picture? Let's
Like,
do it.
we're thinking like, yeah, there's a camera like set up on his TV. Like, he can
Yeah.
just take pictures. whenever
One
he
day,
wants.
man, that would be sick, right?
Take it now. Yeah.
Yeah, boom. Just plug right into the podcast.
Yeah. It's going to be crazy in the future because eventually it's just going to be like, everything's going to be so easy.
Yeah,
Like,
man. Convenience is king. I saw the Jetsons. I must say the Jeffersons.
Yeah, exactly. It's just...
Moving on up. Stop this crazy thing. It's just that dude from the Jeffersons. When they say moving on up, they literally mean to the sky.
like to the... Yeah.
That's got to be a crossover, man.
The Jeffersons.
So that was it, man. That was definitely maybe.
Mm-hmm.
We did it. I know we didn't really talk about that last song, Married with Children. I don't have a cool anecdote, except it was recorded in Noel's bedroom.
Was it really?
Yeah. Like sitting on the bed.
I wonder why.
I don't know,
The
man.
bedroom they used to share.
Maybe. That'd be crazy. And
They fucking...
Liam was always like, could I have a $5?
Give us a $5.
Give us a $5. That's fun, man. English slang.
Yeah, it is fun. It is really fun, especially when you like know some of it and you say it in America.
Yeah.
People are just like, what the fuck does that mean?
But, you know, don't get too, like, accustomed to using English slang, because, like, people are not okay with people calling each other cunts over here.
No, it's a big... It's a big thing. I've been at parties before and I'd be like, yeah, that cunt. And someone's like, oh my god! Yeah,
Hey, Jim, can you go ahead and censor us, like, so when we're saying it, it's like, bleep.
So when we're saying
Yeah, when we're saying cunt.
it's like really hard for him to edit all the cunts.
And I had $1 for every time someone said, let's make it hard for everyone to edit all the cunts.
You'd be making money a really weird way.
Oh, boy. So that was Broasis, episode 1, Redux. And I really think that we killed it. I think we did better than the first episode.
Yeah.
that was ever posted. That was pretty rough.
It was, I mean, the bar was pretty low for us to
That's
get over.
true.
So.
So I think we did it. I think this is a good introduction. I feel like we really taught kids today, not to say cunt. I mean, we taught them about the history of Oasis.
Yeah.
But
But but you know, it's like if you say, I really hope he like bleeps it out. Like it's like
I really hope so too.
Like,
it's
it's
not
like,
funny unless he does.
yeah, because they would just saying a lot.
Yeah, that's just weird. We're definitely gonna be what do you call it? Like age verified. This video is gonna
It's
be
gotta
age
be,
verified.
yeah.
If
And
we
at the
say
end, just have a
that
picture
much,
and just some tits. Yeah, if we say that much, what?
I don't even know, man. I don't even know. This was great. It was a fun time. We went places, man. We listened to the first record. We didn't have tattoos at the beginning, and now we do.
Yeah.
So tune in like a few months and hear the second episode of Broasis.
Cut.